So, in wave section, in previous class, we discussed about basic definitions of wave. That wave is the continuous disturbance of particle in the medium. And there are two categories, longitudinal wave and transverse wave. In longitudinal waves, we discussed that it is the vibration of particles parallel to wave direction. It means vibration of the particles and the motion of the wave is in the same direction. And in transverse wave, vibration of particles are perpendicular to wave direction. So this is the difference between longitudinal and transverse wave. And sound waves are the example of longitudinal, spring are also the example of longitudinal. And if we compare the transverse wave, so in transverse wave, light and spring examples are included. Also, the example of water waves are also the transverse wave.
So,
And
sir, in longitudinal wave, there's no like
Mhm.
example of water.
Yes, because water travels like waves form, just like you can see this wave up and down. So water travel like this, and
Yeah.
this type of wave is called transverse.
Okay.
And if you consider the example of the spring, so spring, like you can compress the spring or you can stretch the spring. So that is the example of uh, longitudinal wave. Okay.
Okay, sir. Like which substance, like which matter, travel like spring
Sound waves. Basically, when you
sound
are,
waves.
yes, when you are talking to someone, so what happens actually, the energy from our body transfer to the air particles.
Mhm.
And when it is transferred to the air particles, so air particles collide with another, just like snooker balls. When one ball collide with the other, so second collide with the third, third collide with the fourth, and so on,
Yes,
right?
right.
So in this
Right.
way, spring also works in the same way. When we compress a spring, so one particle of the spring comes close together to the other, and in the same way, second, third, fourth, all particles come close together, and this will give you the idea of compression. Okay, and when you stretch it, so during a stretch process that is called rarefaction, particles move away from each other. Okay. So this is the difference between longitudinal and transverse wave as we discussed in the last class, and you also got the recorded lesson, so you can revise from that topic also. Okay.
Okay.
And there are some other quantities related to the transverse like amplitude, frequency, wavelength, time period. So definitions are already written, so you can compare with their definitions, that how they actually works. Okay. Yes.
Okay, sir.
And second, today we also include one more concept in the wave, and that is the concept of a ripple tank basically.
Sir,
Yes.
that seismic waves.
Hmm.
It is that the longitudinal and transfer wave, that the type of seismic wave.
Basically, a seismic wave in simple words, you can say it is called the earthquake basically. So you observe videos of the earthquake. So what happens in that? The plates, like the internal plates of the earth in simple words, they starts to vibrate, right? During earthquake. And during the earthquake, the plates of the waves collide horizontally and vertically also. So when it collides with each other horizontally, so that is called longitudinal, right? And when it starts to collide vertical, so that is called transverse.
Okay. And that's the like sign of show the longitudinal and transverse wave, SP waves and S waves, right?
Yes, because
Okay.
it can move in both directions. So that's why we design, like, we consider two different categories. The first one is the P wave. P wave is related to longitudinal, and S wave is related to transverse. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes. So this is the difference. And in exam, if they ask about P waves, so you need to write P waves are longitudinal, and if they ask about S waves, so S waves are transverse. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now the next concept in the wave section is about a ripple tank. So basically, in ripple tank, what happens? A ripple tank is a device, and this device is designed to study reflection, refraction, and diffraction in the waves. Okay. So first of all, if we consider the setup of ripple tank, the setup of ripple tank is very easy. Initially, we need to consider a tank. Let's suppose this is our tank. And normally you observe, let's suppose if there is a tap of water, and from that tap, it starts to leak drop by drop. Like after every second, one drop falls into the water, right? And there is a tub or any container placed under that tap, so that drop starts to fall into that tub, right? And because of that continuous drop of water droplet into the water, waves are going to be formed in water surface, right? Continuously. In the same way, if you continuously starts to touch the water surface by your finger or any specific object, so waves are also going to be generated in continuous way, right?
Yeah.
So to make continuous wave in the water, we are going to use electric motor, and with electric motor we are using a paddle that
Sir, like what is mean by you pedal like to start the motor?
no, basically that paddle helps to continuously strike the water to generate continuous waves. Okay.
Okay.
So this is our motor. Because motor is automatic device, so it can strike or it can help paddle to continuously strike the water surface. Okay. And this is paddle, and this is tank. And you can see this tank is very shallow, it is not very deep. So it is very shallow tank, and these are the water waves in the tank. Okay.
That tank is like from above, from upper part is close.
No, it is open because we have that paddles to strike on the water, so that's why it is open. It is not closed.
Okay.
And the last thing we need to add is the bulb. So we need to add bulb in this ripple tank also, like this, because this tank is made up of glass. So when it is made up of glass, so definitely light can easily pass through it. Okay, because glass is transparent, and from transparent materials light can easily pass through it. So when light can easily pass through it, what happens, it will give you a shadow of the waves on the ground. Okay, so
Ground of tank.
no, basically tank is like at a certain height from the ground. Let's suppose if we
Okay.
use stand for the tank. So for example, we are using stand for tank like this. Right, so we are using stand for the tank and definitely shadow cast on the ground like this. And this shadow will be in dark and bright form, just like zebra crossing, right? So we will
Right.
get shadow in the form of zebra crossing. And why it happens? Because you observe that in this shadow, some part is bright, some part is dark. Okay. For example,
Okay.
if you consider this white part, so all white parts in this shadow represents bright fringes, and these green line actually shows you, let's suppose, dark fringes.
So what is mean by pinches?
Fringes means just like if you take the example of the blinds, so there are small parts in the blind, like there is a one strip, then second, third, fourth, so that strips are actually called fringes also, right?
Okay. Right.
Yes, just like zebra crossing, we have black line, then white, then black, then white. So that black line and white, those are actually called fringes. Okay, so
Okay.
that is the concept of the fringes we used over here. And with the help of these fringes, we can explain the idea of dark and bright region. So we got dark, bright sequence of the water waves or the shadow of the water waves coming out from the tank. Okay. So this is the setup of the ripple tank, and in your exam they will not ask about the description of it, the working of it. So they not ask about working or description of this ripple tank, right? We know that how it works. There is a paddle that continuously strikes on the water and it generate water waves, right? Just like we discussed. And with the help of the bulb, the shadow of the water waves cast on the ground. And when it cast on the ground, it generates a shadow of it in dark and bright fringes form. Okay. And it gives you the observation of the wave in the form of shadow on the ground. Okay. So this is the working of the ripple tank. So the procedure is not important to write because in your exams they will not ask about the procedure, that how ripple tank work. The important thing is the results that we derive from the ripple tank. So the important thing is to discuss about the results. So basically if we discuss about the results, so the first idea we got from the ripple tank is reflection. So basically, we want to study that is it possible for the waves to reflect? Okay, this is the important question that we want to study from the ripple tank. So yes, it is possible for the waves, any type of waves to reflect. And how we observe from the ripple tank, let's suppose, for example, water waves are moving and we are going to draw water waves in a flat pattern. So it will be easy for us to understand it. For example, these are the water waves traveling in a straight line like this. So these are the water waves and they are traveling in forward direction like this. Okay. So these are the waves traveling in the forward direction. And when they are traveling in the forward direction, so we got barrier in front of it like this. So this is the barrier. So for example, if we place any wooden bar in the water surface, so that will act like the barrier. Okay. So when the waves are going to strike the barrier, okay, so they reflect with the same angle like this. They starts to reflect.
Sir, this barrier is made of glass.
Basically, you can use a wooden bar, right? Metal bar, plastic bar, whatever the type of solid you need to use for your barrier. Okay.
Okay.
So it is not important to use glass or any specific type. You can use any type of solid to block your water waves in the ripple tank. And in this direction, water waves are going to reflect. So initially they are moving in a straight line, just like we observe. And after reflecting from the barrier, they move in this direction like this. Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay, sir.
So
Understand now. Understand.
So just like when we throw ball towards the wall, so from the wall, ball gets reflected. In the same way, when water waves are traveling, so we need to observe that is it possible to reflect the waves or not. So yes, it is possible to reflect the wave from any barrier or from any surface. Okay, so we got reflection of it. So we got idea related to the reflection of the waves, and we can define the reflection of the wave like this: angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection in waves. So basically angle of incidence means the angle at which the waves are going to strike the surface, And angle of reflection means the angle from which waves reflect back from the surface. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And in this way, you can compare your angles of the diagram. For example, this is angle of incidence and this is angle of reflection. Okay, so both angles are equal. So always remember, in any type of reflection, angle of incidence will always equals to angle of reflection. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the first result that we derive from this specific experiment of ripple tank, and which is important for you also to remember.
Sir,
Yes.
like you draw that red line that
Mhm.
waves are coming to like hit that surface, the barrier.
Mhm.
So waves, why don't reflected at the green line?
Basically, it depends upon their angle. So if they strike with 30-degree angle for suppose, so they also
Mhm.
reflect back with 30-degree angle. It depends
Okay.
upon their angle. And if they strike with 20-degree angle or any specific number, so they reflect back with the same number of angle. Okay? So this is the thing.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
And the second category and the second concept that we are going to observe from this experiment of ripple tank, that is called refraction. Refraction of waves. So basically what happens in the refraction process? So in refraction process, we require two different medium. Two different medium means, like in swimming pool, you observe when we are standing on the stairs in the swimming pool, right? So it feels that there is less water because we have a stair in our surface, so water will be less over there, right? But when we are in deep water in the swimming pool, so there is more water in the surface, right? So basically, when we are standing on the stairs in the swimming pool, so that side is less deep. But when we are in deep water in the swimming pool, so that means there are large quantity of water in which we are still there. Okay. So there are two different
Like,
types of.
sir,
Yes.
you're telling if we are out of the pool and we see the water, so we feel like it's not much deep.
Basically, let's suppose this is the total area of the swimming pool, for example,
Okay.
and this is the level of water in it.
Mhm.
And we also have stairs in it, like this. So, for example, if you are standing in this position, or for example, over here, and if you are in this position, so you can see there are different depth of the water if you are standing at different positions. Okay.
Okay.
So position number one is very deep, and position number two is shallow, right?
It's not much. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this means deep water,
I'm
and this is shallow.
Sir, I'm thinking like in some swimming pool the stairs are like out of the pool, like you understanding?
Yes,
So I'm
basically in
thinking
some
that.
uh,
Okay.
No, basically, if you use a block in the swimming pool, if you place block in the swimming pool, so definitely it will also change your depth. Okay, because if you are standing on
Yeah,
something in the pool, so it means you feel less depth of the water. Okay,
yes.
so this is the idea of different medium. So in the same pool, we are facing different mediums, like one is deep and one is shallow. So in the same example, if we consider for the seawater, so in seawater, we know when waves are generating from the deep water, so that is definitely the deep water, and we are standing in shallow water because we have ground under our feet. So when water waves are traveling to the corner, so on the corner we observe shallow water. Okay, that is shallow water because we are able to stand on the ground easily, and there is very less water under our feet. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the difference between the different surface. So in refraction of water, what we need to consider two different medium, deep water and shallow water. And for example, again, if we consider those water waves in the simple form like this, again they are traveling like this in the forward direction. And for example, again we use different medium. This time we are not using a barrier, we are using different medium. For example, on the left side of this line, we are using the concept of shallow medium. And on the right side of this line, we are using deep water. Okay. Or you can also reverse it like we are moving from deep water to the shallow water. Okay. So when water waves reach this barrier, and this barrier is actually the difference between shallow and deep water, or when water travels from deep to shallow or shallow to deep, so definitely the direction of the wave changes. For example, this is a deep one, just like we are taking the example of seawater because water waves are traveling from deep water into.
Sir, that from that deep, that waves like produce from sea animals, right? Marine.
Yes, or we can say that that is the natural process of the seawater to continuously generate waves in the water. Okay, because they water waves already have so much energy. So because of that energy, water waves are going to be generating the deep water. Okay. So that deep water is going to travel towards the shallow water, and when it reaches the shallow water, so definitely the direction of the wave is going to be changed. And when the direction of the wave is going to be changed, so it travels like this. It starts to bend. So you can see that direction starts to change. Initially, they are moving in a straight line, but right now they are moving in this direction. Okay.
Uh, if sir, like we are taking the example of sea.
Mhm.
So if we take like a big animal sea, if he's moving, so the waves are producing, right?
Yes, it is also
So
produces wave.
yeah, so like a barrier, we can't in sea we don't have any barrier. So the waves are bending because of the heaviness of water.
Yes, basically in deep water we have so many particles of water, but in a shallow
Yeah,
water we have less number of particles of water.
okay,
So that's why we have a difference of water particles in deep water and in shallow water. So that's why we are getting difference. Okay.
okay.
Yes. So in simple words, we got two different directions in two different mediums, right?
Right, sir.
And now we need to write down three differences. That three differences are very important for your exam. In your exam, you will got questions from those three differences. The first one is the speed. So if we talk about the speed, so what do you think that speed of water will be faster in deep water or faster in shallow water? If we talk about speed,
Sir, that's
I think
like
faster.
absolute. No, in deep is slow, um, and in shallow is faster.
Yeah.
okay. Okay, when you observe seawater, so what happens when you are standing on the beach on the corner of the seawater? So at that point, water waves are fast, or when they are generating waves from the deep water, that you feel that is faster.
Like when the waves are generating from the deep, so
That
they
is
are
faster.
faster.
So it means in deep water, speed of the water waves or any type of waves will be.
Fast, okay. So how like how is fast? Because in deep the water like is heavier. There's more particles, more than water particles.
So when there are more particles, so they have more energy. So they can help each other to generate a deep wave and faster wave. Okay.
Okay,
So that's why speed is faster. And in shallow water, when it reaches the corner, so speed will be slower. Okay. And the second difference is
okay,
between
sir.
wavelength. So if we compare the wavelength, so we observe that in deep water there are very giant waves, right? So it means
Okay.
wavelength will be greater in deep water and waves are small and short in shallow water.
So that speed and wavelength is the part of refraction of waves.
Part of wave because in transfers we discuss all these factors,
Yeah,
frequency, wavelength,
yes,
etc.
yes.
Okay.
You're right.
And the last thing to compare is frequency, like the number of waves. So frequency remains the same for both
Well, why the frequency is same for both?
because the number of waves that are generated from deep water, so definitely they will travel to the end of the water, right? So number of wave
Right.
remains the same.
Yes.
So that's why frequency is same because frequency is the number of waves. Okay.
Okay.
So if they are
But
moving
in
fast,
wavelength, the length of waves is like when it is coming generate the wave from deep, so it is long, big.
yes.
But
So
when
we
it
observe when it
going to the corner, so becomes short,
becomes
right?
yes. So that's why we are calling it large wavelength and short wavelength. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
So this is the difference between the deep water and the shallow water waves. And if you observe in your questions, so you will also get idea that how they are different and how you got questions in your papers. For example, this is the question of reflection. In an experiment using a ripple tank, plane wavefronts arrive at a plane surface. Which row correctly describes the wave after they are reflected from the surface? So just like we discussed over here, reflection. So it travels from one medium and it reflects back into the same medium. Okay. So in this diagram, it also travels in the same medium. It strikes the surface and it reflects into the same medium. So definitely when we are in the same medium, so there will be no change, right? Same speed,
Sir,
same wavelength. Yes,
sir, like when the wavelength in ripple tank wavelength is generating, like wave is generating.
yes.
So when it strike with the that plane surface, so no difference is in the wavelength. It not become shorter.
Basically, if you like strike a tennis ball on the wall and it reflect back, so you observe same material bounce back in the opposite direction. Only direction changes,
Yeah.
but other things remains the same. So in the
Okay.
same concept, when water waves strikes the surface, so it reflect back because all the water waves reflect back. Okay, just like in sea water, if there is a wall at the corner, so water strikes the wall and it bounce back in the opposite direction. So that is the only difference, that direction changes, but rest of the quantities remain same because it bounce back into the same medium. Okay.
Okay.
So that's why we have answer same, same. And if you consider question number 9, water waves refract at a boundary between deep water and shallow water. So what is the effect on frequency, wavelength, and speed of the waves at the boundary? So options are
That
given.
between deep water, waves produced in deep water and go to the corner of the medium, like in shallow water, right?
Yes. So now it is traveling from deep to shallow.
Sir, B, option B.
Okay. Frequency changes, wavelength,
No, no, sorry. Sir, sorry. Wait. Sir, A, option A.
okay. So just
Yeah.
like we discussed in the topic that frequency remains the same and speed and wavelength, these two quantities are going to be changed. Okay.
Okay.
So these two quantities are going to be changed and rest of the quantities remains the same. So from the same idea, if you apply, we can say that
B option is
frequencies
correct.
remain the same, wavelength changes, speed changes. Option C. Frequency same, wavelength changes, speed changes. Okay.
Okay.
So this is the correct answer for this question.
Sir.
Yes.
And if we take the reflection, so in reflection, the speed is changed, na? Other are remain same, right?
In reflection, we observe that all the quantities remains the same, only direction will be changing. Okay?
Okay, okay.
Yes, so that is the only difference. And this is another example of the question. A ripple tank is used to show a wave behavior, and the dipper vibrates up and down at a constant frequency. So what happens to the frequency and to the speed of the wave as it reaches the glass block? So when it reaches the glass block, this is the region of the glass block. So what happens when water are in the glass block? So what will be the difference in frequency or speed?
C option.
Frequency remains the same, speed decreases, correct. Because over the block we got shallow medium, just like the example of the stairs. And the other medium is the deep one, right?
Right, sir.
So this is the difference between the speed and frequency remains the same. This is the
Sir, and if we see the paragraph, always when waves are shorter, so it means the speed is also the decrease, right?
yes, exactly.
Okay.